6. The Christ of the Abyss. The Christ of the Abyss, or Il Cristo degli Abissi in Italian, is a remarkable submerged bronze statue of Jesus Christ that resides beneath the waters of the Mediterranean Sea. It's specifically located off the picturesque Italian Riviera between Camogli and Portofino near San Frutoso. This awe-inspiring statue stands as a symbol of peace, offering a blessing with its head and hands raised toward the heavens. Crafted by the skilled hands of sculptor Guido Galletti, the original bronze statue was placed in its aquatic home on August 22, 1954, at a depth of approximately 56 feet or 17 meters. And amazingly, it stands 8 feet, 2.5 meters tall beneath the waves. The inspiration for this extraordinary sculpture came from Duilio Marcante, an Italian diving instructor, and the statue was later dedicated to his memory. Its location in the Mediterranean Sea is significant as it's situated near the spot where Dario Gonzatti, the first Italian to use scuba gear, tragically lost his life in 1947. Over the years, the Christ of the Abyss encountered the challenges of corrosion and the encroachment of crustaceans, prompting its removal from the sea for a comprehensive restoration in 2003. And during this restoration, the statue's detached hand, likely separated by an anchor, was replaced. The statue was then eventually returned to its aquatic sanctuary on July 17, 2004, with a new base. The Christ of the Abyss, however, isn't confined to its Mediterranean home. 2 other bronze replicas were cast from the original mold. One found its place in Granada on the coastline of St. George's in 1961. Presented as a gift by the Navy of Genoa to express gratitude for the rescue of the Italian vessel MV Bianca C, which was destroyed by a fire in St. George's Port. The third replica from the same mold was shipped to the United States and unveiled in 1962 at the Underwater Society of America's convention, which was held at the Palmer House Hotel in Chicago. On August 25, 1965, this replica was submerged in approximately 25 feet, or 8 meters of water off the coast of Key Largo, Florida, not far from dry rocks. This sacred statue continues to bless the waters, reminding us of the beauty that can be found beneath the waves and the message of peace it symbolizes. Before we continue, if you're joining us for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button to unlock a treasure trove of incredible videos. And don't keep your thoughts to yourself. Drop a comment below and tell us what content you'd like to see next. 5. Moon engine rockets. In an extraordinary feat of exploration and recovery, Amazon.com founder Jeff Bezos, through his Bezos Expeditions Venture Fund, embarked on a mission to salvage components from the enormous F-1 rocket engines used in the historic Apollo 11 mission. These engines had remained concealed beneath the Atlantic Ocean's depths off the coast of Florida for more than 40 years, immersed in the ocean's abyss since their last fiery launch on July 16, 1969, when they propelled Apollo 11's Saturn V launch vehicle to the moon. These engines represented an essential part of space history. Bezos initiated this endeavor with the intention of bringing one or more of the F-1 engines back to the surface for exhibition. Then, after more than a year of meticulous planning, the Bezos expedition reported a triumphant success as components from several F-1 engines were raised from the ocean's depths in 2013. The journey to recover these engines was an extraordinary one, fraught with challenges. The engines had been submerged nearly 3 miles, or 5 kilometers, below the ocean's surface, rendering them inaccessible to human divers. So, to overcome this, remote-operated vehicles, ROVs, were employed, remotely controlled from the surface. The operation was spearheaded by a team experienced in underwater exploration and salvage, including Rory Golden, who previously worked for Dr. Robert Ballard in locating the infamous Titanic wreck. The massive size and weight of the F-1 engines added complexity to the recovery effort. Each fully assembled F-1 engine measures 19 feet or 6 meters from nozzle to fuel inlets. and weighs approximately 20,000 pounds, or 9,072 kilograms. The passage of time and exposure to seawater had caused corrosion and brittleness in these historic relics, requiring careful handling and expertise during recovery. It's important to note that precisely identifying which Apollo missions these engines originated from has proven challenging. The original serial numbers on many components are either missing or partially damaged. These serial numbers were used to track each major component of an F-1 engine through the manufacturing process. Deciphering the remaining serial numbers will help determine the engine's historical context. Bezos's ambitious plan for these rescued engine components includes their restoration and eventual display in a museum-quality setting. He wishes to present the engines to the world in a manner that captures their incredible journey, including their re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere at speeds of up to 5,000 miles per hour, 8,050 kilometers per hour, and their subsequent impact with the ocean surface. These engines will stand as an enduring testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of exploration. 4. Drinkable champagne from the Baltic Sea. In 2010, divers exploring a shipwreck on the Baltic seabed stumbled upon a remarkable discovery: a trove of 30 champagne bottles that were believed to date back to a time before the French Revolution. The bottles, found off the coast of Åland, an autonomous part of Finland, were in remarkably well-preserved condition. One of the bottles, whose distinctive shape indicated it was produced in the 18th century, was opened, and to the divers' astonishment, the wine inside was still good. The bottle's contents are thought to be the work of Clicquot, now known as Veuve Clicquot, between 1782 and 1788. If confirmed, this would be the oldest drinkable champagne in the world. The remarkable taste was described as having a sweet flavor with hints of oak and a distinct tobacco aroma. And amazingly, small bubbles were still present in the aged beverage. Clicquot champagne was first produced in 1772, but was laid down for a decade. However, the production was disrupted following the French Revolution in 1789. The bottles discovered on the seabed have been perfectly preserved, thanks to the dark and cold conditions below the water's surface. These extraordinary circumstances have kept the champagne from spoiling, providing a unique window into the past. The discovery of champagne bottles from the 1780s surpasses the previous record holder, a bottle of Perrier Jouet from 1825, by nearly 4 decades. Wine experts estimate that each of these bottles could fetch around 500,000 Swedish kronor, or around $69,000 at auction. And as a result, the finding has raised significant interest in the world of collectors and connoisseurs, who anticipate that the remaining bottles could also command high prices at auctions. The local authorities will decide what to do with the shipwreck and the champagne. It's an exceptional find, offering a glimpse into the history of winemaking and the world of luxury beverages from a time long past. This discovery adds a new chapter to the fascinating story of aged and preserved libations. 3. The Ghost Fleet of the Potomac. The serene waters of Mallows Bay on the lower Potomac River have a fascinating secret hidden beneath their surface. Approximately 200 shipwrecks, known as the Ghost Fleet of the Potomac. These sunken vessels, spanning over 3 centuries of American shipbuilding, are now a part of the Mallows Bay Potomac River National Marine Sanctuary, which was designated in 2019 by the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, NOAA. This sanctuary represents the first of its kind within the Chesapeake Bay watershed, and the first designated sanctuary in nearly 2 decades. The Ghost Fleet of the Potomac mainly consists of ships dating back to World War I. The United States Shipping Board initiated a rapid shipbuilding program in response to the U-boat threat, with the Emergency Fleet Corporation overseeing the construction of steel, concrete, and wooden ships across the nation. However, the effort faced numerous challenges, leading to only 98 ships being delivered out of the 734 that were ordered. And by the war's end, these ships were considered uneconomical and were sold for scrap, with many of them finding their way to Mallows Bay. The Western Marine and Salvage Company, based in Alexandria, Virginia, purchased most of these ships for salvage. Then, in 1925, they made the controversial decision to burn 31 of these ships, marking the most substantial destruction of ships in U.S. history. But when the Great Depression hit, the company abandoned the project, leaving the remaining hulls for local scavengers to pick apart. World War II renewed interest in the Ghost Fleet, though, with Bethlehem Steel Corporation tasked with recovering any remaining metal. The salvage effort continued until 1945, with the salvage material supporting the war effort. But after the war, the fleet gradually faded into obscurity. In the 1960s, however, when a company named Idemont Inc. acquired the land and aimed to remove the remaining ships for development, the ecological importance of the fleet came to light. A government committee declared the removal unnecessary, and the Ghost Fleet has since become an invaluable habitat for various species. Now, the Ghost Fleet of the Potomac is a unique natural habitat, offering excellent opportunities for exploration, scientific research, and heritage tourism. Located just 40 miles or 64.4 kilometers south of Washington, D.C., it's become a haven for outdoor enthusiasts, birdwatchers, and anglers. In 2014, a nomination was submitted to the NOAA to consider Mallows Bay a national marine sanctuary, ensuring its protection and sustainable tourism development. The sanctuary's designation aims to preserve these culturally and historically significant wrecks, celebrating their transformation into thriving ecosystems below and above the water's surface. 2. The Antikythera mechanism. The Antikythera mechanism, an extraordinary artifact hailed as the world's oldest known analog computer, lies shrouded in the mystique of its deep-sea discovery. Recovered from the depths off the coast of the Greek island Antikythera in 1901, this exceptional ancient Greek hand-powered orrery, or a model of the solar system, has captivated the imagination of archaeologists, scientists, and historians for over a century. The mechanism was initially discovered by a team of sponge divers from Symi Island, led by Captain Dimitrios Kontos. The device was found during an expedition with the Hellenic Royal Navy sometime between 1900 and 1901. Amid the remnants of a Roman cargo ship that came to rest at a depth of 148 feet or 45 meters off Point Glyphadia, the divers brought a treasure trove of antiquities up to the surface, including bronze and marble statues, pottery, unique glassware, jewelry, coins, and of course, the enigmatic mechanism. However, this marvel, composed of a combination of corroded bronze and wood, went largely unnoticed for 2 years as museum staff focused on the more visually prominent artifacts. The exact journey of the mechanism to the cargo ship remains a mystery. Today, the Antikythera mechanism is housed at the National Archaeological Museum in Athens, where it's been subjected to rigorous conservation and study efforts. The device, once a single lump, is now separated into 82 fragments. And of these fragments, 4 seem to contain intricate gears, while many others feature inscriptions. The largest gear, measuring about 5 inches or 13 centimeters in diameter and originally possessing 223 teeth, played a pivotal role in this ancient mechanical wonder. Research and analysis have unveiled the remarkable functions of the Antikythera mechanism. It boasts 37 interlocking bronze gears, enabling it to track the movements of celestial bodies like the moon and the sun through the zodiac. Its capabilities extended to predicting eclipses and modeling the irregular orbit of the moon. And in recent years, inscriptions on the mechanism have been further deciphered, revealing numerical data linked to the synodic cycles of Venus and Saturn. Dating the device has been a subject of debate, with suggested years ranging from 205 BC to 87 BC. But a proposal in 2022 suggests that the initial calibration date could be as early as December 23, 178 BC. Regardless of its exact date of creation, the Antikythera mechanism represents a marvel of ancient engineering and astronomical knowledge, awaiting visitors at the National Archaeological Museum in Athens. It's showcased with reconstructions and replicas that offer a glimpse into how this incredible device may have looked and worked. 1. Pavlopetri, the world's oldest submerged city. Pavlopetri, often referred to as the world's oldest submerged city, rose from obscurity in 2011 when the BBC unveiled this remarkable archaeological site to the world. Nestled between the island of Elefonisos and Punta Beach in southern Laconia, Pavlopetri remained hidden beneath the waves for millennia until its incredible story was unveiled. The journey to Pavlopetri's discovery began in 1904, when geologist Fokion Negri reported the presence of an ancient city beneath the seabed in this location. However, it wasn't until 1967 that Dr. Nicholas Fleming, an oceanographer from the University of Southampton, brought this submerged city to the attention of the scientific community. Dr. Fleming's visit to the sunken city revealed its existence in waters just 10 to 13 feet, 3 to 4 meters deep. In 1968, Dr. Nicholas Fleming returned to Pavlopetri, accompanied by a group of young archaeologists from the University of Cambridge. And in collaboration with Professor Angelos Delivorius, they meticulously mapped and dated this remarkable underwater city. Their investigations unearthed a rare prehistoric residential town, featuring numerous buildings, streets, and even squares. The evidence suggested that Pavlopetri was initially inhabited around 2800 BC, while the buildings and streets predominantly dated back to the Mycenaean period, from between 1680 and 1180 BC. Several theories surround the submergence of Pavlopetri. Some scientists speculate that it succumbed to the wrath of an earthquake with a magnitude of 8, which has been estimated to have occurred around 1000 BC. However, alternative estimates place the earthquake much later, around 375 AD. In 2007, Dr. John Henderson and Dr. Chrysanthi Frenchman from the University of Nottingham embarked on an archaeological mission to Pavlopetri. Working in collaboration with Elias Spondylis, the director of the Ephorate of Underwater Antiquities, they undertook a 5-year research program focused on Pavlopetri's dating and historical significance. And amazingly, their efforts uncovered an impressive 15 buildings, each containing at least 12 rooms. Additionally, the team revealed a complex water management system, complete with canals and water pipes. For enthusiasts of underwater archaeology, Pavlopetri is a remarkable destination. The city's architectural remnants can be clearly seen at a depth of just 10 feet, 3 meters, offering a unique glimpse into a hidden world that existed approximately 5,000 years ago. Pavlopetri lies in the region of Laconia, in the Peloponnese, and can be reached by a 4-hour drive from Athens, or a 2.5-hour journey from Kalamata International Airport. And for those fascinated by history and archaeology, Pavlopetri offers a compelling narrative of an ancient civilization that's been buried beneath the sea for millennia, brought to light by dedicated researchers and explorers. Which of these submerged treasures would you like to see with your own eyes? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.